How would you react if you found out that the political party that you invest in, that the government you invest in, that the nation you invest in was involved with such heinous, horrifying, disturbing things? It's fascinating how the Epstein list just keeps kind of floating away and the P. Diddy list keeps floating away.
Hey,
and we
Segovia,
hear
back with another video. Hope everyone out there is having a good day, y'all. We're back. We got a good one today. We're going to get into a quick one today, y'all. I ain't going to sit here for an hour. Me and Mama Bear got the chance to sleep until 9 o'clock today. It's been a while. It felt good. So it's a little later in the day than I like. So we're going to get into a quick 30-40 minute banger. And we got some things to do. Stick around for the end to find out what's going on today. And we're doing some upgrades to some things. So be sure to stick around for that. But remember, y'all, these are for entertainment purposes only. Don't believe everything you see in these videos. And be sure to hit that thumbs up. Enough with the chit chat. Let's get into the reaction. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
A turkey house. You have been warned.
Okay. This horrific practice is called foam depopulation. It is a technique used for the mass killing of factory farmed animals.
Cheers.
Foam is sprayed over the animals, obstructing their breathing and causing suffocation and eventually death.
That's crazy.
The animals panic. And have no hope of escape. No hope. They do not deserve this.
I found that very disgusting. And those birds are perfectly
What
healthy.
the fuck, y'all?
The guy that owns the pistachios owns 70% of the water in LA. Yeah, they were saying,
you're not even supposed to be able to own the water.
Yeah.
It's a natural resource.
right.
But, because look, if you go to the Amazon rainforest, all of the researchers say the indigenous people, soon as they see people that's not from there, they try to kill you. Why is that? Because logging companies go out there, start fires, so the indigenous population will move, and now they can log that area.
Right.
The same shit.
Oh, so he can have the world. Jack Black tried to use comedy to soften what he said, and it worked, as most people received it as just another joke. The thing is, it's not a joke. This is what Jack Black is choosing to represent. We can find so many photos of Jack Black showing exactly who he has chosen to serve. In this photo, we can see Jack Black and his Hollywood friends forming a pentagram by connecting their fingers together. I also discovered that Jack Black is a worshiper of Baphomet, as in this photo here, we can see him wearing devil horns looking very similar to Baphomet. And in this photo, he is wearing a Baphomet shirt. We already know these celebrities worship the goat, and they love to make ritual offerings to it, something the Freemasons got caught doing ages ago. This is what these celebrities are still doing, making ritual offerings to Baphomet for a good fortune. Jack Black shows throughout his career that he's obsessed with the goat demon, as he even honored him in his movies. In Jack Black's 2006 movie, The Pick of Destiny, we saw just how much Jack Black is into the devil. The whole movie was about the devil and how celebrities sell their souls to become rock stars. In the movie, Jack Black had to find a magical guitar pick that belonged to the devil, and according to Jack Black, would make them legends. I can honestly make a full video on this movie, so if you guys would like to see that, let me know below.
That's
Jack
real
Black
stuff.
is actually a part of a comedy band called Tenacious D, and they constantly show their love for Baphomet. In this photo, we can see Tenacious D chained to Baphomet, as both members have horns on their head while standing in a pentagram. This photo is obviously pointing to ritual offering to the deity Baphomet, showing exactly what these celebrities are into. It's obvious what this photo represented. Jack Black selling his soul to the devil to be the star he is today. We can often find Jack Black praising the devil for all he has provided him, like we saw him do in an award show back in the 2000s.
Who wants to pray to the devil with me? Who's in with me? Come on, hey, let me see those horns. Let me see those horns. Metal. And the person next to you, come on, lady. Dear Dark Lord Satan, hope everything's good with you. I'm doing fine myself. Just want to say hi and ask you to grant tonight's nominees continued success in the music industry.
As you heard for yourself, Jack Black not only openly praises Satan, but also goes on to invite the rest of the celebrities to pray to the devil with him. you can actually see the other celebrities listen and do as Jack Black states. Jack Black asked the devil for blessings while the world watched, and no one even questioned it. This reminded me of the time Christian Bale also thanked Satan at an award show.
Doesn't it? Thank you to Satan for giving me inspiration on how to play this role. For giving me inspiration.
Guess the most common.
It's so crazy, y'all. For giving me inspiration on how. I always say this on my videos. Go look at that reaction I did on my second channel. Jay-Z sees the devil. It's the truth, y'all. They get this character from Satan, right? You gotta do something, and he gives them the knowledge. Sounds crazy, but that's really what happens, y'all. And they tell us countless times. But when I saw that, when I did that reaction, I was all, that's everything that goes on in the music industry.
In the world.
Cross.
No, that's what I thought it was.
Is it an angel?
No.
Is it initials?
No.
What do people have? Is it a bird?
No. It's a type of animal.
A lion?
No.
Tiger?
It's a bug.
Ladybug?
No.
Tarantula?
No. This is me reenacting what they do.
Is that a bee?
No.
Fly?
It's a type of fly. There's a fly at the end of the word.
A horsefly?
Yes! It's a horsefly, Zach. That's the most common tattoo in the
Tell
world.
me what it is.
It's a horsefly.
No.
It's a butterfly.
Oh!
The other most common ones are roses and dragon.
Women tattoos.
Now, wouldn't it be crazy if on the day of that devastating fire in Maui, no alarms were ever sounded to warn the people? And wouldn't it be crazy if on the day of that fire, local firefighters reported that nearly all the fire hydrants had no water in them? Now, wouldn't it be crazy if on the day of the fire, if local police officers directed people down to Front Street, only to leave them stranded and trapped in the fire? And wouldn't it be crazy if the fire was so hot that it melted metal? And wouldn't it be crazy if the average temperature of a forest fire isn't even hot enough to do that? And wouldn't it be crazy if blue cars and homes with blue roofs were unaffected by the fire for some reason?
It would be crazy.
And wouldn't it be crazy if the mayor of Maui declined to answer questions about the 2,000 children who allegedly went missing after the fire? And wouldn't it be crazy if they put a huge wall around the city after the fire so that nobody could see what was going on with the rebuilding process? And wouldn't it be crazy if the chief of police of Maui was the same man who was in charge of the Las Vegas shootings in 2017? And wouldn't it be crazy if a Build Back Better conference had been hosted in Maui just a few months prior to that massive fire?
Always is.
And wouldn't it be crazy if, to this day, the media never really took the time to look into all these things or taken any of it seriously? Yeah, that would be crazy. And remember, this video is for entertainment purposes only.
It's finally happened. What you are seeing are the first Western tourists to step foot inside North Korea since they shut down their borders half a decade ago. And even though I couldn't personally go yet, we still found a way to get boots on the ground.
This is the German travel guy, the new foreign correspondent of the News Daddy Empire. And guys, we have made it to North Korea.
No borders are too secure for the News Daddy Empire. So here's what they saw. And spoiler, they accidentally showed North Koreans brain rot content. First of all, even 5 years later, North Koreans are still super tough on COVID. Luca said that they disinfected and sanitized all of his belongings at customs, and that roughly 80% of them still wear masks till this day, even outside, which really makes you wonder, since no one actually knows, how bad did COVID hit them? Oh, and also another huge surprise is all of the apps they now have for phones. They have things like delivery apps and even their own versions of popular Western games. Bro, there is now a North Korean version of Clash of Clans. What is even going on?
They have GTA 6, yeah.
And apparently they've even found ways to send messages through in-game chat systems. Because remember, there's no such thing as social media in the country. One of the guys on the tour even downloaded a bunch of TikToks and started showing it to North Koreans. And this was like Subway Surfer level brain rot. And what's crazy? they actually loved it. Luca has been to 193 countries, and North Korea was the only one that didn't have a single Wi-Fi network appear the entire time. Another thing you don't think about was the complete absence of advertising. So instead of seeing McDonald's or Coca-Cola, it's either a leader's face or a political slogan. They were taken to a mall and a pharmacy, but they were not allowed to see a supermarket. And interestingly, at the mall, they sold fake Western brands like Gucci and Louis Vuitton, which raises the question, how aware are North Koreans of the outside world? This is what their hotel room looked like, and when they looked out of their window at night, it was almost completely black, despite the hotel being in Rason's city center. He said that poverty was visible, but it wasn't allowed to be photographed, but that despite this, the streets had no trash and were almost spotless. Alcohol is super popular, and even when you're at a restaurant, they serve you beer instead of table water. And at one point, they even went to a school, and Luca managed to zoom in on what they were learning. One portion read, "There are many great men recorded in history. Kim Il-sung was the greatest man ever and made brilliant achievements of everlasting value for humanity." Now, there is so much I'm still leaving out due to time, so check out my YouTube. But overall, Luca said that North Korea was a place that left him with more questions than he arrived with. That despite everything, the isolation, the propaganda, the restrictions, there's this mind-breaking contrast where you're still sat next to someone that enjoys playing Clash of Clans and finds brain rot TikTok funny. It's the realization that no matter how different our worlds may be, human life somehow always finds a way to be kind of the same.
This guy was...
I mean, America does it too with their propaganda, right? Like Christopher Columbus, the almighty one that discovered America, even though there was indigenous people here, you know what I mean? But he's still put at the forefront. So we do all that too, y'all. It's just maybe not to as a severe level, but you know, we still do the same damn thing. Everyone does. I'm sure Germany and Australia, they all got their creators and the greatest, you know what I mean? So
superhero when he showed his knowledge. After heavy rain, this parking lot was heavily flooded. The guy, noticing the funnel, realized that it was a sewer. Without hesitation, he began to make circles and increase the speed of water flowing into the sewer. Some city residents are demanding that their taxes go to this young man. People who have studied magic see physics everywhere.
It's great symbolism.
Because those beings communicate in that way. They don't communicate in the linear way. Everything that they do is done through their language is symbol. They speak through symbols. Even as hieroglyphs, they're symbols. That's how they communicate. It's a much more efficient way of getting across information than using the Western alphabet, which is crap.
Most Americans don't know that near the Hawaiian Islands, there is a massive floating garbage patch. It is twice the size of Texas and 3 times the size of France. This is the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, covering an area of 1.6 million square kilometers and weighing 80,000 tons, the equivalent of 500 blue whales. It consists of plastic waste, fishing nets, shipwreck debris, and other trash. The patch is located between California and Hawaii. Most of the waste comes from countries like the United States, Japan, China, and South Korea. It was formed due to the North Pacific Gyre, a system of swirling ocean currents that traps waste in its center. This garbage patch suffocates marine life, and its toxic microplastics seep into the air, water, sea creatures, and even end up in our food. But because it is too far from the coastline of any country, no nation wants to take responsibility for cleaning it up. If nothing changes in the future, we may end up swimming in trash.
George Lopez, is that you? Yo.
Einstein.
He looks so different. I mean, I'm happy that he's happy dancing around, but he looks so different.
He's all drugged up. I don't know, on cocaine, what, but every time you see him in an interview, can't keep that mouth still, you know what I mean? So it's a shame. I was a big George Lopez fan. Loved the show. Loved his stand-up back in the day. Even loved his night show, his night talk show. But it's a shame.
I'm not the only person saying that he looks so different. Don't get me wrong, he is getting older, but wow. It's almost like he aged overnight. I mean, it looks like he still got it in this picture. And in this picture. But this picture? Wow, what happened, George? I hope everything's okay. I heard he was going through some health issues. I'm not sure how true that is. I used to watch George Lopez all the time. George Lopez is only 63 years old. Wow. If something is wrong with him, I hope that he gets better real soon because I like George Lopez. Somebody had the nerve to compare him to Albert. Don't do that. George Lopez is a legend. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I hope everything is okay with George Lopez.
In the Mexican
because
community.
He's a great guy. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think.
Did his ex-wife dirty, but
besides that, I gotta go.
I bet you've never heard this.
All I recall is several people using the word Roswell. And that must be where the crash occurred then, and then they brought them to the other place. It looked like at an airport facility where there was like a rather good-sized building, a hangar, where they had the spaceship and that where they had the bodies. Was it an intact ship? No. No, it was badly damaged. It was disc-shaped.
A secret testimony claims that in 1947, Albert Einstein himself was taken to a classified military site to examine the wreckage of a crashed UFO and its occupants. In a 1993 interview, Dr. Shirley Wright, who was Einstein's assistant at the time, claimed that she and Einstein were flown to a military base in Roswell. They were asked to go and examine a crashed flying saucer and its otherworldly crew. Wright described a heavily guarded hangar holding a large disc-shaped craft, visibly damaged on one side. Even more shocking, she said that the craft's occupants were there. There were about 5 alien beings, 4 to 5 feet tall, gray-greenish skin, large heads, huge dark eyes, and they wore tight-fitting suits and had no navels or lower reproductive areas. Wright also claimed one of the aliens were still alive. This creature was a grayish color, it was swollen, and it was withering in pain. Wright later heard that the creature survived. Einstein, for his part, reacted pretty calmly. He said that he wasn't surprised by what they saw. He even commented that it made sense that they came to Earth and hopefully that humanity could learn from the visitors to benefit both worlds. Afterwards, Einstein reportedly filed some sort of report on the incident, but Wright was warned to stay silent. Officially, the trip never happened, and no evidence was ever left behind. She even suspected that the government kept tabs on both of them to ensure their silence about it. For decades, the story stayed hidden. Wright only came forward at the end of her life out of a duty to history, she said. She never sought fame or fortune out of this. Her 1993 confession tape came out years after her death, so this story could be true. But what do you think? Check it out. You can find it online. Wow.
Lobsters used to be peasant food.
100%.
Like lobster was served to prisoners.
100%.
Why did that change? I forget the story.
Well, the
behind
funny thing was, is even a law on the books in Maine that you can't feed lobster to prisoners more than 3 times a week. So they're essentially cockroaches. They are.
Yeah.
They have the exact same neurological system as a cockroach. And they used to just wash up in mounds. And that's exactly why they were considered poor people food. Like, I'm from Brooklyn. You drive over the Bell Parkway and you would see people fishing off the Bell Parkway and people would go, oh, how ghetto, how gross, how whatever. It's like, they're not paying for dinner tonight. How ghetto is that?
Right.
But the thing was, because it was so plentiful and because it was understood to sort of be a bug of the ocean, no one cared about it. Once it became less available and once other chefs started going, oh, this is a really delicate, flavorful.
They gentrified
meat.
bugs.
Yeah. They gentrified bugs.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. And that's kind of the crazy thing. And now it's a felony to rob someone's lobster pot.
Do you guys like lobster? I've had it twice. First time was okay. Second time, I was like, I think I'd rather have steak and shrimp instead of steak and lobster. But maybe one day I'll have some more lobster. I've never had crab, though. I want to try crab. I had crab once at Vegas, but I didn't have the thing to crack it, so I just had the little tips of the crab. So I would love to try some crab and some oysters, y'all. I would like to try those.
Yeah, so this is the shit that drives me crazy. If you guys saw my video on that park right there, Centennial Park, well, that's Bicentennial Park. And I was talking about how it had all these weird circles that lined up perfect with this building, and then there's another one, and there's that massive one. Check out my video on those guys. But I feel like there's got to be some kind of method to the madness with these circles and stuff. I don't know if anybody with that has some GPS knowledge could look into it a little bit, but I wouldn't doubt if they all landed, if it had something to do with ley lines. 1840s, that place was thrown up.
Yo, what type of parties was Blueface throwing up in Hollywood Hills?
It's the wildest parties in LA with him when he was out. That he had a driver that was dropping people off. When they drop them off, they were dropping on people's front door and they was bleeding from the booty. I can't make this shit up. Everybody that dropped off from them parties, they were bleeding from the booty. And they were dropping them off drunk and high.
Who party?
Who party? You think? Who we talking about? I swear to God on my mama.
Who whacking Blueface?
Blueface, just Blueface. He used to throw big ass parties at Whack 100 House. I swear to God, mama, I can't make this shit up, gang. You laughing? This shit ain't funny, gang. I swear to God, my mama.
Look, I know, bro. I've been trying to tell everybody that the whole industry was cave touchers years ago.
Yeah, that's going.
When it wasn't no internet, it wasn't slave owner tattooed on his face.
Yeah.
To me, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about Blueface, gang. I don't want to talk about that.
He got a slave owner tattooed on his face, man.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about the Blue.
I think they might be lizard people.
See, you see these the next Diddy things. No, this is just what they do. It's everywhere. It's still everywhere. It was way before Diddy. It's going to be way after Diddy. And you're going to have these sacrificial pawns that are going to get thrown under the bus. But guess what? The party keeps going until you get those top dogs. You get those top dogs that sit behind the camera that you have no idea who they are. The Lear Cohens, the Miles Davis, all those big dogs and even their bosses. Everyone's got a boss, right? Until you get to the top. You know what's at the top. Things got horns up there, y'all.
What's crazy is it looks like he has a YSL tattoo on his forehead.
Oh, you snitch. He finna be a snitch. He finna snitch.
I want to hear the excuse of why we can't have even close to this healthy of food in North American schools. I don't know about Europe, how they're doing, but here's a public school cafeteria lunch in Japan. Homemade broth, fresh ingredients. Dude, at the cafeteria I went to, it was frozen pizza, pizza pockets, French fries, sodas, canola oil, crap. Here they are making from scratch these little egg balls with meat, freshly prepared, and all safe, healthy, clean. And these children, how do you think their brain cells are functioning eating this type of meal as opposed to the processed stuff that apparently we can't afford getting healthy food and having a team of cooks making a delicious meal for our children because it's too expensive, but we pay taxes out the yin yang. Where's it going? Well, a couple countries overseas. Hee hee. Okay, temping it. Here's a soup. You know how healthy this is?
So when I see people on the internet calling real tier 1 operators liars, and that's crazy to me because, bro, you take 60 of them and drop them anywhere in any war, any battle, it's gonna change the course of that war, bro. That's how bad these dudes are. Like this is the top level. So a lot of strange things took place in Afghanistan, bro. And Forrest Galante is out right now because he believed that the giant sloth still exists. There's a group of researchers right now who believe that Denisovans still exist in parts of deep in Russia and in Siberia. They out researching trying to find these things. So, when it comes down to like cryptids and stuff like that, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm gonna do my research. I'm a research. I done been to Portland, Oregon on my own, out there trying to see what I can put together. You feel me? You hear some things. It's like, man, what was that? How can that be that loud? You feel me? Whose lungs that big to make a sound that loud? Yeah, I got back in the car immediately. It's time to go. Like I don't really got time for that because,
Don't go looking.
Covers up his drink. Smile goes away. Body language. Body language. What do you guys feel about this? What do you think? Politicians at the end of the day.
What's going on? Why are they even there? Why are they taking pictures with a folder of a huge binder that says Epstein Files Part 1? And why is there a Part 1? Is there a Part 2? Is there a Part 3? Is there a Part 4? By the time we get to part 4, part 5, part 6, or however many parts there are, what they're going to do is they're hoping that people get tired of the story. They're hoping that people lose interest because the first few parts were so uninteresting. And by the time it gets to the last part and they redact all the names and they leave names out intentionally, no one even notices anymore. No one even cares anymore. Get the list and post it online. Let us, the internet, figure out exactly what's going on. That's the easiest thing to do. If anything other than that at this point is political theater, it's political pandering, it's
politics.
It's insulting. They are mocking you right now. They are putting on this musical theater show. They're doing it right in front of your face, and they're laughing at you. They think we're stupid, but we're not. Fuck them.
Reptilians, dude, what have you heard about them? Of course. Like, and dude, and I've seen videos where like it didn't look fake, like to me, but like the eyes went doot doot and like literally shut sideways. Some sort of skin over their eye went whoop whoop, yeah. And it was a blink, but like a reptile blink, and it made it like a slit eye. It was like freaking freaky, dude. Well, again, if that's real video, hell yeah, I believe in it. But I don't know if it's real video.
Would you resist against the reptilians if they were real?
What do you mean resist?
I mean, if you knew for sure that the people that are running our world are lizard people, and like they're in power, like that video where you see the eye, you know that they're real.
Yeah.
What would you do?
I would find others like me until there were more than them.
You wouldn't build the resistance?
That's what I just said.
So would you be Rowdy Piper?
I would not go quietly into the night, Max.
Like the President Independence Day.
It would be like Red Dawn up in the...
Yeah, but it's like people selling that soap. Like, you know, even the picture where everybody was in the room, that shit look like some devil shit. Facts though, yeah. That shit like some devil shit. Like they sold that soap. Yeah, you good with that? Like, that was crazy.
Isn't that more? They would never be able to explain to you how nothing created an intelligent design. This does not work with the Big Bang Theory or just nothing creating something. This does not work. Only the globe perspective works. Only what they have been pushing works. That's it. There's nothing else that works. You can't say that the world was created and it's flat and it's a dome and it's all these things and this is outside of this. It explains intelligent design. Science pushes away from intelligent design. Only thing that the enemy wants to do is explain away Jesus, is explain away God. That's his number one goal. That's his number one goal. And what better way to do it than to start with the how the world was created? Boom, boom, boom. I love to look at life in patterns. And the pattern that I've seen since I've been a little boy has been that we are always and have been lied to. Since the dawn of time, there's been lie after lie after lie after lie. There's been institution after institution. There's been, since we were little, they have always lied to us. And so when you get older, you start to question things. And then you start to think to yourself, like, what makes me think that they have been telling me the truth this whole time? And so then you go to, okay, well, what were the things that they shoved down our throats as a 5-year-old kid all the way up until we were grown? And you see globes in every classroom. You see globes in every science class. You see it throughout every single school. You see it in the stores. You see it on the TV shows. You see it on the movies. All you see is globe being shoved down our throats. Astronauts and all this space and all these different things. And so I'm wondering if we have found out and we have woken up to all of the lies that they have been telling us over time. We just think that for some reason they were telling the truth about that. And I know a lot of you are going to say, well, you can test it and you can see, you can clearly. No, we only think that because we were told that. Think about it. We only argue for something because we were told that that thing was true. And so now we argue about it. The reality is that we don't know what we were lied to about. Not only that, why would they tell us the truth about 5 things and then lie to us about 1 million things? It doesn't make any sense, right? If their plan is to program us, what makes you think that they don't want us to believe every single thing that they're saying? And so you start to ask questions and you start to say, well, what about this? And then everyone gets mad about it. And it's just like, well, why are you so mad? And say, well, because it's just so stupid. Have you ever thought that you could be overly programmed to believe in the globe so much that it makes you that it makes you come against somebody who starts thinking for themselves, who believes in maybe a flat earth. Now, I'm saying this. I believe, as I've stated before, in this because that's what I was taught to believe as a young child. But it begs the question, why, since I've grown up and started to think for myself, that this and everything I've seen about this looks very fake and very made up and very explain away God. You know what I'm saying? Why is that the case about this? If we know that as a Christian, everything was created through Jesus and for Jesus, we know that the enemy is going to try to take Jesus out of everything. And what better way to do it than to explain a globe? I want to pose a question. If they can say that this was created by just nothing and then just space and then just two atoms coming together and then boom, Big Bang Theory. And if they can push all of that with this theory, they would never be able to tell you that the Big Bang created this.
This video from India has gone viral. It's all about the fact that visitors to the temple of Virabhadra noticed a column that does not touch the ground and as if floating in the air. And some people still believe that this column is the lost technology of anti-gravity of ancient people. But in Indian temples, the main mystery are these mysterious mechanisms and their processing, which clearly makes it clear that the ancient people had a technology of laser processing. For example, the author of this video from India claims that he has the secret of his ancestors and knows how these temples were created. Just look at how magnificent and intricate this machining is. And this beauty, which you see on your screens, is called the Kailash Temple, which is located in India. And its main feature is that it is the most gigantic structure in the world carved from a single piece of stone that is without the right to make a mistake. But how could ancient people build such a thing? Did they really have more developed technologies in architecture and engineering than we do?
How would you react if you found out that the political party that you invest in, that the government you invest in, that the nation you invest in was involved with such heinous, horrifying, disturbing things? It's fascinating how the Epstein list just keeps kind of floating away and the P. Diddy list keeps floating away. And we hear that, this guy's involved and that guy's involved, but yet they're participating in, award shows and performing at Super Bowls and, hey, as long as the Eagles and the blah, blah, blah are in it. Yeah, the Roman Empire still carries on.
All right, family. There you have today's video. Quick 30-minute banger. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you made it this far, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate all the love you guys have been showing. I don't know what's up with YouTube, y'all. YouTube is just not pushing my video out to the masses. It's pushing my video out to the subscribers. Like right now, my viewers are 73% subscribers and like 27% non-subscribe. Now you hear a lot of YouTubers saying, I see I got all these subscribers, but only this amount is subscribed that are watching. Trust me. You don't want 100% subscribers watching your videos because your video is not pushed out to new viewers, right? So YouTube's not pushing my video out to new viewers. But hey, I appreciate all my subscribers, all the CaveFam that are watching. We're going to keep putting out these videos, y'all. But we got a busy day today. I got to go outside. It's a nice 75-degree day. I got to go out there, do some planting. I didn't get all my plants I wanted. Mama Bear wants a garden, so we're looking for an above ground garden because I got a beagle, so we're looking for that. But I bought some shrubs. Right now my plants, I like lantanas and I want a couple other shrubs that aren't out yet for the front yard, so we bought some shrubs to put in the backyard. Some, I don't know what they're called, but they're like red tip ones and yellow tip ones. Just 4. We're gonna put them out there back there. It's gonna look nice, so I'll put a picture up of those, show you guys a little later. And I'm also, y'all, big thing coming to Segovia. I decided I'm keeping my truck. I was thinking like I want to maybe in the future buy a new truck, but I'm like, you know what? My truck's only got this amount of miles. I barely drive it. I drive it to the mountain, to the stores. That's about it. So I'm going to have that truck forever. So I say, you know what? I'm going to build it up. I'm going to build this 2008 Dodge Ram 1500 up to my liking. I bought a lift kit. I just bought some tires. we're going to be getting that done. Hopefully it should be here on Thursday, all my parts. So we'll be, I got my mechanic, he's going to do everything. So he said I can take it in there on Thursday or on Friday. Hopefully it's done Saturday. I'll be showing a picture of that. And then we're just going to start, you know, doing little mods to it here and there. But those are the two big mods. I'm not getting wheels yet. The wheels will come. I know which ones I want, but I'm not going that deep into it yet, y'all. So I'm going to, you know, a couple, 3-4 months, I'll buy some wheels for it. It's going to be sick, y'all. I'll be showing pictures, showing you guys the process along the way of the upgrades I'm doing to it. So far, all I've done is clean my headlights. I got some good headlight cleaner. They look brand new. And I got a for my truck bed, so it drops nice and slow because the stroller goes in and out of there for the baby. And honestly, it gets heavy doing it like this when I got the stroller, so hurting my shoulder. So I got that little $30 mod, y'all. It's gonna make the world of a difference on my truck bed. So I'll be posting all the upgrades I do with you guys, see how you guys like it, see how it looks. I'm excited. But anyways, y'all, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna get out there and start planning. Nice 75-degree day out. Carnivore is going good, y'all. I'm going good. Not dropping weight like I like, but like this shirt, a little tight still, but it's not uncomfortable tight. So we're getting there, y'all. We're getting some progress day by day. Carnivore is feeling good. The mind's feeling sharp. That's what matters, y'all. But anyways, this is Segovia. I'm signing out of the Man Cave. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. Might be an hour banger tomorrow, y'all. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.